Alright, here we go. Okay, hello. Oh, we got a dog down here on the floor joining us. Alright, let's see. Okay, I think everyone can see my screen. I'm pretty sure I did that correctly. Let me just open up the chat here so I can see if anyone's there. So let's see. I gotta find the chat on my phone real quick. There we go. All right, hey Calvin, what's up? Hey Dominic, what's up, dude? All right, so what I want to do today is I have a bunch of these little files that I got from Harbor Freight here, and they don't come with any handles, so I thought it'd be cool if we could design some kind of handle for it and then 3D print it. So I thought that would be fun. And yeah, and then so we got the Elgu Neptune 2 camera running. I'm printing out another test benchy there. Yeah, so I guess let's just jump into it. All right, so I don't need this one. All right, I'm gonna save this document as tool handles. All right, cool. See you, Dominic. Thanks for popping in. All right. So I think I kind of want to do like a low poly kind of effect to the handle if I can. If not, I'll just keep it as like a traditional tool handle, I guess, is what I'm thinking. But yeah, so I also have with me a little screwdriver that I use a lot to kind of give like reference to get proper sizing. This handle's a little small. I'm definitely going to want it bigger. You know, and it's, I don't know, because it's like how you don't really want a ton of this covered up. But so like typically when I'm sanding something like real little, I'll have my index finger out like this. And then so I'm gonna want it to come down. So if I take my calipers, let's see. Uh-oh, I think the battery's on the outs. All right, so if I take my calipers and if I do from like my index finger, okay, my index finger maybe is too much. I have that there. So about 120 millimeters is the length. So about 120. Locked or sweep, yeah. All right, so let's start by making a new sketch, and we'll come on this bottom plane. Nope, I did not want to do that. See, I'm already messing up. Just kidding. I'm gonna make a sketch, but I want to make it on this plane. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a line going directly in the middle. This probably isn't like the best way to do this. This is just how I know how to do it. And I'm gonna turn this into a construction line, I think. Oops, let me hit X, construction line. And then I'm gonna try and just draw out here using splines some kind of tool shape handle. I'm trying to think. I guess kind of like that. And then like that. And then let's just close that off. And then I'll use the line tool here to close this off. Did I do that right? I might not have done that right. Let's see. Nope. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna make a new sketch for this next part. Just kidding, I'm not. Oh man. See, like when you don't use Fusion for a long time, you forget everything. So, that's what's happening right now. I've done this, something similar in the past, but I can't remember exactly how I did it. So, let's try this again. First of all, let's make a line going through the center. And I want to make this 120 millimeters tall because that's what I've already decided I want to be the length. What's up, Margie? Thanks for popping in. So that's going to be 120 millimeters tall because I know that's what I want to fit into the palm of my hand. And then now let's do the splines, and I think that will work. Yeah, so there we go. I think that's fine. Kind of come down here a little bit. And I don't think these numbers super matter at the moment because I can go in and dimension stuff. And then let's take the line tool again. Let's do that. Pretty sure. Okay. So we have this kind of crazy looking thing. And like this, I want this to be flat. There we go. So let's see. So for this screwdriver, I don't want the, I don't even know what this is called, like the collar of it. I don't want it to be that thick. But let's see what this is so that we can find out. So this is 18 millimeters. So I could make that a dimension of 9, but I think I might make it, a dimension of 8, I think. So if I do D for dimension and click right here, click 8. Whoa, okay, that's fine, that's fine. Because now I can go in and kind of move these splines around. So I can like move this in, move this out. I don't want to go too crazy. Because I don't want it too close to the middle there either. Maybe if we do that. And then this, I don't think I want this quite as far out either. I don't know, I just want something that's going to like fit nicely in the hand, you know? That's all I want. I guess we can try that. Well, yeah, we can try that. I'm kind of liking how that look. Too much, too much. Alright. So, hello Fabricio, bom dia. Well, actually that might be good morning. I don't know what good afternoon is in Portuguese. But I do know the word legal. And I think how's your day is tudo bem, I think. I don't know. I'm really sorry if I just butchered Portuguese for you. But thanks for dropping by. Nice to see you. Okay, so let's finish the sketch and see what we've got. So we've got a pretty decent shape here. I think I want to move that spline up a little bit. So I think I'm going to move this up a little like this. Like that, maybe. Boa noite. So is it nighttime in Brazil? I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's nighttime because you said good evening. I like Brazil a lot. I went there for the World Cup. That was a lot of fun. Okay, so we have our shape here. for the handle, and we've only designed half of it because we're gonna do a revolve to get the other half. So the axes I want to do is this one, and then as you can see, it has now made our full handle shape. So we can click OK, and this kind of looks kind of crazy, like a little too much. It looks more like a conductor's baton rather than a tool handle. So let's go back and edit these. So definitely don't want it quite as in, like that. And then we can still move this around. Let's see. Do just maybe like a slight curve, more like that. Let's see what that looks like. I think that looks better. Definitely not as fat as the little baton that we had. So one thing I want to do too is I want to put a chamfer on the very edge. Kind of give it like a little ridge here. So let's see. How much do we want to go? Oh, too much. What does like 3 look like? I don't know if I like that. I don't know. I'm not super loving it. Well, that's like nothing. Let's try 2. Try 2.5. Let's see. What does this look like? This kind of comes down. And then it kind of curves in. Maybe that's why I'm not liking this. Maybe I went a step too fast. Let's go back into the sketch here. Let's see. Let's try that. Let's see if I like this shape any better than the previous one. Whoa, that looks crazy too. And like a lot of this is just, you know, your own personal preference of what you think looks good, really. So maybe I don't want that quite so much like that. Make it less crazy, less fat. I think that's looking a little bit better there. Okay, I like that. There we go. I like that shape much better now. Let's see how long this middle part is. No, that's like 16 millimeters there. Also let's find out, how much is this? This is 3.15. So if we do 3.2, that should be fine. So let's see that. Let's add the hole for the tool down here. Let's do sketch. And we'll do the circle tool, and then we will do 3.2 millimeters and hit enter. So we've got that, and now we can extrude that. Let's finish our sketch, and then we can extrude it. Okay, I guess I should have also measured how long this part is. Let's see. It says it's 60. Yeah, so that's 60 millimeters. So let's do -60. And we're gonna cut it. So that's a cut operation. And then, so there we go. So now we have the hole for this to slot down into. And really, I mean, we're not super gonna know how well this works out until we actually do a test print of it. And then, and then we'll see. All right. So now what I want to do is I do want to figure something kind of cool to do with the edge here. And let's try to fill it. Do I want to fill it? No, I don't think I want that either. I think I want the chamfer is what I want. That's what I think. Of course, too much. Let's do 3. I think 3 is good. Let me see what 2.5 looks like. 2.5, and then 3. It's 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 6 is the max, but let's see. Let's look at 4 again, and 3, 5, 4. How about 3.5? Let's just do 3. Do 3. So Margie, we are making a tool handle to fit these little file sets I've got so that we can 3D print the handle and then put some epoxy in there and then shove this here. That way I have like a nice sturdy handle to do some sanding. So we've got this. Let me save my document. I kind of want to make it like a low poly handle, so I'm not sure the best way to do that. But I think one way is I think I can make a copy of this if I do move copy. I'm not sure. Also, I don't think Fusion will, or I don't think OBS will show out the pop-out menus as I click things. So I'll have to look into that for the future. So we've made our copy now. And I think, honestly, I think OBS just really doesn't like Fusion in general. So we made our copy. And then I think what I can do is lower the polygon count and then go from there. So I think if this is clicked, then I can go create mesh, I think. Did that work? I don't think that worked. Oh yeah, it says it's a mesh. If we go to mod, well, I don't think that worked. I'm gonna delete that step. What if I right click it? If I do, let's see. I'm sure there's like such an easy way to do this, and I just don't know what it is. So you're just gonna have to bear with me as I try to figure it out. Let's see if I do so create mesh didn't work. If I do modify, or some people say you're supposed to turn off the design history. Let's try this again then. Maybe dogs are going crazy. Alright, let's do create mesh section. Let's try that. Nope, that's not right either. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, actually, here we go. We have these mesh tools up here now. Modify. If I modify, reduce, there we go. I think we're getting somewhere. Preview. Adaptive face counts. All right, see you, Calvin. Thanks for popping by. Oh, it says I already have 0 face counts. What? This one. Because I don't think it made it into a mesh, like a proper mesh. B-rep to mesh, I think. So, okay, there we go. Okay, now I think I can do the reduce the faces. If I do preview, and then adaptive, and then if I do face count, but that's still not doing it. And then you guys cannot see this pop-out thing. That's going down. Okay, well, I don't think that's gonna work. So, let's see, there's gotta be another way to do it. Let's see, remesh. Let's try this, let's remesh. Oop. Oh, geez. We just did the whole thing. Remesh. Click, preview, click. Okay, let's do that. Now, let's take it, and then we can reduce maybe? There we go. If I do like 100 faces. There we go. I think I figured it out. Kind of looks like very geometric. Let's do 400. Well, I don't super like that. Let's do 200. No, let's go back to 100. Okay, I'm gonna click OK on that. And then, so I don't know. I think that looks kind of cool. And if I select this all again, then I can do there's a way to turn it back into a solid, which I think it's mesh to B-rep. I think it's what I need to do. Maybe if I right click it. No. Whoa, whoops, undo. Modify the mesh, let's see, mesh, create. Oh well, we will just leave it at that. Let me turn back on capture design history. And then, actually maybe now I can do that, convert it to the B-rep. Actually, let me save my document before I go any further. Now let's try this again. Can I do the right click? I know there used to be a way that you could right click in Fusion and you could do the mesh to B-rep. But there was like a recent update, so maybe that's changed. Let's see, surface. Solid, modify. I don't know. Okay, well, let's see. Body 2 is the faceted handle, and this is just a normal handle. So the only issue is this was like a permanent process that we just did with the mesh. So if that hole is the wrong size for this to fit into, I'm gonna have to do that process again, but it was pretty quick once we figured it out. So yeah, so we can save these out now, and then we can set them up. We can set them up to 3D print. So if we do make, and we can save this as an STL. Let's do handle, and then the other handle. So I'm gonna print this out on the Neptune 2. And I'm gonna close out Fusion for a second just so that my computer doesn't have to quite work so hard. What's up, Marcus? We're just designing some tool handles going on. But OBS does not like Fusion 360 is what we've learned. So I'm just closing it out to try to redo it to see if that will work better. So we shall see. So, but I want to get ready to slice this up here to slice the models. So I'm just pulling up my slicer software, and then we can go from there. Okay, let's see. So I have a couple different programs that I can use with the Neptune 2, which I think the Neptune is almost done printing the Benchy. It's got about like 20-ish minutes, I think. But it's looking pretty good. Actually, let me just get up really quick so I can get a closer look. Alright, well that one's pretty good. I don't know if I want to use that profile or if I want to keep testing other settings. So, actually let's look at my profile for the Neptune. Well, actually I don't know if simplify, I don't know why these window captures won't show the pop out screens and stuff. That I don't understand. So I don't know if there's like a OBS expert that anyone knows. Point me in their direction. But yeah, I don't know. Let me get some scripts going. How are you guys doing? Anything crazy happening out there? So we got the extrusion multiplier at 0.95. I don't know, we'll try this and see what happens. So we got 5% infill. Alright, we'll just import this handle. Actually, I don't know what happened to the other handle that we saved out. Because we saved out 2 handles. But where it went is a mystery, apparently. So I'm going to have to go back into Fusion and get that handle. But let's see. I think I'm trying to do one too many things with my computer. It's starting to get hot, but I think we'll be okay for a bit. So we shall see. Last night I streamed putting together the Neptune 2. It took a lot longer than I thought it would. I don't know if it was just a mix of like me being tired that made it take so long, or the instructions were like pretty clear, but there's a couple things where I kind of had to really look at it and see what was going on. So I don't know why, but it took like 2 hours to get it set up and printing. And also too, I was probably distracted by live streaming in and of itself. So that could have been the issue too. Okay, let's export this, click OK. All right, let's see if we can import this now. Here we go. All right. I like this because it reminds me of what's it called? It reminds me of Crash Bandicoot. I don't know if you guys have played that video game, which I just realized too, it did something kind of weird to the hole. So, I'm not sure if it's gonna fit. I might have to go back in and review that. So I guess what we'll do for the real test, we'll do we'll do just the normal handle. Let me like generate supports too, just in case. That way it doesn't fall over, and then we can test this out. So that will take an hour, roughly an hour and a half once this benchy is done. I could probably just kill the benchy print now, because it's not like I need another benchy in my life. I mean, really, who wants another benchy in their lives? You know? Margie, I think I'll do this test print in PLA, but I'm not sure if the final ones will be in PLA or if I'll do it in like PETG. I'm not sure yet what the plan is. So we'll see. Whoa, Fusion came back in super big. So let's just fix this real quick. There we go. Okay. So let me kill the benchy print. And then the benchy print is looking pretty good now. All right. First layer is looking pretty good too. Let's see. Can I pull this off? Yes, I can. Okay. So I just need to put the G code on this file, and then we're good to go. So let's see. Okay, so we've got this loaded up. Now we can put this in the printer and then go from there. So I'm hoping the tool will fit in the handle without having to modify the hole. That would be nice. Let's see, handle confirm. All right. Put this heavy clip on. All right, we can come back here. Trying to be careful and not hit my broken toe as I sit back down on this bench. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've never printed with PETG before. So I'm pretty interested in using it, especially because a lot of people say that it can withhold higher temperatures of like being outside in the sun and stuff. So that will be nice. So I wonder if I can see how to get the windows to show in Fusion 360 on OBS. Let's see if there's like a setting that I'm missing. Let me see. So I'm just trying to look it up real quick. So let me just checking it out. Okay, so maybe I'm using the wrong input for Fusion 360, so let me try a different one. So let me just remove that real quick. Let's try this. Let's see. To window. It looks like the only way to do it is to have it be its own like thing and do it that way, but that seems pretty crazy. So I don't want to do that. Let me just remove that. I guess what I have to do in the future for Fusion 360 is have like 2-screen streaming. Do that for the future. So yeah. So I don't know why. I don't know. I'm assuming it has something to do with the way the program has been made, about why it's doing it that way. Alright, looks like the print is off to a pretty decent start. Let me come to the side a little bit, see if you can see it yet. But okay, maybe let's see if it will be the same issue for Illustrator. So we shall see. But Margie, have you been using Fusion at all, or not really? or not so much. You've been drawing in Procreate? That's pretty cool. Let's see. Let me plug in my hard drive and then we can see what we've got to work with. But we can make a new document and then we can go from there. Let's see. Okay. What should we design in Illustrator? We got a couple options that we can do. We can, I don't know. What are we thinking? Any ideas? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of possibilities here and trying to figure it out. If you create something in Illustrator, I often go straight to Tinkercad for extruding. If it's complex, I'll extrude it in Fusion 360. Yeah, that is definitely the quickest way to go about it. For sure. Yeah, typically if I sketch something out in Illustrator, I'll just do it in Fusion, even if it's relatively simple. I don't know. I don't know what it is about Tinkercad. I don't know if it's like the UI of it, but I really just don't like it. Even though I know it's super great and it's, it's just really nice for people getting started. And like, that is like totally the perfect application to do just a simple extrude. So I don't know. It's hard. I'm just not a fan. But actually, let's work on some of these Mother's Day keychains that I'm going to be adding to my Etsy shop. Because I need to add some other versions of the word like mom and grandma. Like, I know my friend wanted one that says Oma, because her kids call them Oma, so. But yeah, so we can work on that real quick. How do you even spell Oma? I want to get the correct naming of it. Okay, I think it's just OMA actually. Oma. Okay, so it's German. OMA. Let's do Oma. And we will do Rockwell. And then let's bump this up. Just roughly the same. Let's get this a little bit bigger. Okay. Oh my. Oh, that's a little too big now. Okay. Let's create this text and put it into outlines. And then we can group that together. And then now that that's grouped together, now we should be able to align it better. There we go. Okay, so Uma. And then we want to do I love you. But let's take it the font size down a lot. Let's do 12. And then we're going to switch the font to, oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I keep typing out the word love, and I don't need to. So I love Y-O-U. So hello, honey. So I love you, except the U, we need it to be the swirly U. Oops, not Y. I love you. There we go. All right, let's bring that up. So when we're holding shift as we enlarge this, that way it stays constrained and it's not going to be disproportionate. Let's see. Okay. So now we can create this type as outlines. And then you can see how these are all the individual letters. We want to merge those together. Okay, so now I want to make an offset of this I love you text. So I'm going to come up here to object, and I'm going to go to path and offset path, and I want to just do 2 points. And then I'm going to click OK. Now let me look in this group here. So this is the thick one and this is the little one. Okay, so let me do this. This original one, let's group it, and then let's toggle, oops, what did I just do? No, that's right. Okay, anyways, these, let's group those, there we go. And I'm gonna move this out of this group. And then now let's turn this back on. And what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that this is merged as well. And then now we're going to take this front part and this back part, and we are going to do, it's either divide or trim. I can't remember. I want to say it's trim. Yeah. So it's trim. So let's ungroup that, and then we can delete this. But then now the way, because we did that operation, there's all these like hidden paths in here, and we don't want that. So I'm just going to select all of this in here without selecting the main outline. And if you can, and then we can just start deleting these because we don't need these paths. And if we leave them, the laser is gonna want to like either cut them or not cut things that it should, because it has this like invisible path blocking it. But okay, so now we have that, and so now we can turn our text back on, and then now we have that nice offset going of the I love you, and there's no hidden paths in there. Yo, what's up, JP? How are you, dude? How have you been doing? So we have that offset in here now. And then so I can group this together. I want to group all the words, but not the outline. I want to group the words together. Whoops. And I guess I should just group everything together for now. Okay. So this one, I am going to group this one as well. Yes, I'm going to group this one as well. And then this one with mine and my sister's names on it, I'm going to group those. I'm going to move those to another document. Oops. Because this file I'm also making to sell on Etsy, and I don't want to sell, obviously, the ones with my and my sister's names on them. So I'm just going to put those in its own document, and I'll save that. And then we can just close that one out, and then I can delete those. Okay, so we've got, thanks Marcus, glad you think it looks cool. So we got the Gma for grandma. I don't know if anybody else calls their grandmother Gma, but me and my sister call our grandmother Gma a lot. And it kind of started off as a joke, but now it's just kind of stuck. We have mom. And then we have Oma. And then I'll probably make one that says like mother, make one that says grandmother. Whoa, that was kind of crazy. I forgot to group this one. Like I should make Abella. Yeah, there's so many like names for mothers and grandmothers. Yeah, Calvin, we're printing out the test handle right now, just the unfaceted one, because I realized I shouldn't have put the hole in when I was doing the faceted low poly version, because it changed the hole into a triangle in the middle. So I will have to go back and fix that one. But I figured I should do just the normal test printout to make sure that the end of the tool actually fits in there. So yeah. All right, so let me look up real quick what our other like popular grandmother names. So there's Gammy, Grammy, grandmother. Yes, that's, I don't know if I'm gonna put grandmother. I think I would do grandma. Yeah, working on some keychain files that I'm going to throw up on Etsy for Mother's Day. Some people do call their grandmother like mama. You know, like they'll call their grandparents mama and papa. I should probably do Nan. I should probably do Granny. Or Nana. Maybe Nana? I don't know. I do not know. But let's do Abuela, and then we'll just go from there, I guess. Let's go back to Rockwell. Bump it up so we can actually see what we're doing. You know, so far the handle printing out in that silk copper, I like a lot. It's actually looking pretty good. But okay. I want this in capitals. Oops, I forgot to delete this top one though. Okay, let's convert this type into outlines. So we've done that. Let's ungroup this, delete the middle, and then now, what I want to do is I want to make sure that these are ungrouped, the circle and the outer thing. That way I can modify this without messing up the correct circle diameter for the keychain hardware. I can move that in a bit actually, like that. So then now that that's good, I can come back in here and group the cut lines. Okay, so again, for these ones that I'm going to sell, I'm just going to do the I love you, because it's just the generic, easy thing to do. All right, so we'll do the I, but we want to get the correct, we want to do the heart one. Okay, like that, and then Y-O, oops, again, I keep forgetting to change through the fonts with each one. And then now I need to change it again to the tail. There we go. So I love you. Let's see. And then with these longer names, it's kind of hard. So like I should bring this up just a little bit. Like that. And then I can align these. Okay, I didn't like that. So I'm just gonna align it by I, because why not? All right, so that's good. So again, we want to convert this text into outlines, and we'll merge all the shapes together. And then we're going to go to object, and we're going to go to path, and we're going to offset the path by 2 millimeters. Okay. Let's see. Let's group that together, and we're going to move it out of the way. So we're going to move that up out of the way, and I'm going to make that invisible. Man, that just does not. Okay. So then we're going to make sure that that is selected and that this is selected. And now we're going to hit trim in the Pathfinder options, and we will ungroup this now. And then I'm going to delete that inner text, that inner outline that we just did. And now we can go in and start deleting all of these like phantom paths, because we don't want those. Oops, I think I just deleted the wrong thing. No, I deleted the right thing. Sometimes you kind of get into like the little zone and you end up deleting things you don't want to delete. Okay, so now we can come back in here. And then there we go. All right, and so now we can group this one together. So now we have 4, and so now the next one we can do is grandmother. But let's look in on the print real quick. How's it doing? It's looking pretty good to me. So I'm really liking this silk copper filament too. It's really nice. But all right, let's move on. Let's do grandmother. All right, and then now obviously we have to shrink it somewhat. I mean, yeah, because you don't want like a crazy long You don't want like a crazy long keychain. So let's even that up here. And then this one too, I'm just gonna ungroup the cut outline, and then we'll just bring that on in a little bit, just like so. Group that, and then let's get this centered. Yeah. Actually, we might have to make this one a little bit longer. That way we have a place for the like little wing flourishes to go. Like that. I think that should be good. I think Calvin made a torture toaster, but I don't know if he is still here because I know he had to go to school, so I'm not sure. All right, let's see. We want the hearts. Where is that at? Hello, honey. Okay, and then now we want the last little swirly tail. There we go. Okay, so let's create these outlines again, and we'll merge as we have been doing this whole time. Oh no, I did the wrong thing. Uh-oh. I did the wrong heart. There we go. Now it's correct. But alright, so we're gonna create these outlines on this text again, and then let's bring this down to size. So for the grandmother one, I don't know. This one's kind of hard. I guess what I can do is I can put grandmother on 2 lines, maybe? I guess I can try that. Let's try that. And we don't want that craziness of a gap. And then I think if we like center align this, I don't know if this is even gonna work. This is a test. Oh, I think that will work. Let's see. Okay, so let's just delete this crazy big ol' keychain here. We'll get this copy, delete the inner text, and then bring this on here, and there we go. I think that will look cool. Okay. I think this is pretty even. I think. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's pretty even. So let's offset the path again. And then we'll merge those. And then this one. And this one. Okay. So now we have this. Let's trim out those pieces. Oh, I missed a step. I did not want to do that yet. Okay, now I can do that. So we can trim this up. Then we can ungroup it. Let me see. Actually, why is this going all crazy? Okay, I'm gonna have to go in there. I think because I did it on 2 lines, I'm gonna have to go in and just delete each part individually, which is fun. Get that one, and I get, oops, wrong piece. Why? Something didn't work. All right, let's back up. What's going on? Okay. Let's turn that off. Let's turn this back on. Okay, I gotta make sure that this layer is on top, which I think is the issue. Okay. I think now I can do it. If I hit trim, there we go. Okay, there we go. Because then if I turn this back on, okay. Okay. Let's see, let's get these invisible paths out of the way again. Because we don't want them, because it will just mess everything up. Oops, I need that piece. Okay, so I think we should be good now. So now we can group those back together. And then we should be good for that one. Okay, so grandmother. Okay, so we've got Jima, mom, Oma, abuela, grandmother. I guess we should do mother next. Okay, let's type out. Oops, what did I just do? Okay, mother. Okay. Let's shrink this down. We want to convert the text to the outlines. I mean, you guys know how it's going now, because we've done this a bunch. Okay, move this in one, like that. All right. Again, let's bring up the I love yous. Okay, I love. And then we just need that, and then we need the final little swoosh. I guess it's called a tail. But, alright. So we've got that. Oh man, I did the wrong initial one again. Okay. Now we can convert that to outlines as well. Then let's bring this on up. We'll make this just a little bit smaller, like that. Okay, too high. I guess like that. Let's see. I think that looks, I'm gonna bring this down just a little bit more, like that. I think that looks pretty good though. Yeah, I think that's fine. So we'll offset this path again by 2 points. And then let's see. Okay, so now we have this big block of text. So now we can make sure this is on the top layer. And then we shall hit trim. And then we can ungroup it. And then we can get rid of that, and then we'll get rid of all of our little phantom paths, as I like to call them. Oh, maybe I needed that one. Let me turn this on real quick. Oh, we do not need those. Okay, so we can get rid of that. Okay, let's see. I kind of don't like, I'm gonna get rid of this little one that's in the O. Because it doesn't, well, it doesn't really make sense being there. But like this other stuff, I don't super like it, but it does need to stay because it is part of the H. So that's unfortunate. And it's kind of interesting too, the I here kind of ended up becoming the same kind of thickness of the edge of the circle. So that's pretty interesting. Okay. All right. So what's the next one? Should we do Nana? Nana, or should we do, let me think. What was the other one I saw? Should we do Nana or Mama? I don't know. I don't know what would be, I don't know what people would be, if people would be upset over one or the other. I don't know. I guess we could do both. We can do Nana and Mama. I don't know if I want to do Mama though, because we already have Mom, and then we already have Mother. You know? I don't know. Anybody have a suggestion? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do. Well, I guess I'll do Nana. Yeah, we'll go with Nana. Alright, let's delete this text that's already in there. Okay, so we have our keychain template thingy-majiggy. And we shall do Nana. Okay. I might need to make that text just a little bit smaller. Okay. Let's bring this out this way. Okay. And then let's get the I love you text. And this time I'm gonna do it correctly. Haha, there we go. First try. All right, so now we have the I love you text. And then now we can change this size too. All right, there we go. Okay, let's see. Let's bring it up a little bit. Yo, what's up, dude? How are you? We are just doing some designing in Illustrator. We were in Fusion 360 earlier. But yeah. So now we're just kind of hanging out. I'm making some keychain cut files for the laser. So you are just in time to see that. Okay. So this, I want to make an offset of this now. So we're going to have offset of 2. Okay, so now what are we gonna do? We're gonna take these 2 words and we are going to cut them out. And then to do that, we're gonna use the trim function, and we will then get rid of this top text. And then we can put our text back in there, but again, we need to get rid of all the phantom paths that are around. Yeah, dude, the Glowforge is a lot of fun. They're so expensive though, it's such an investment. And I saved up for a long time to be able to get one. But yeah, it's no joke. It's like an investment for sure. But I'm having a lot of fun with it. Okay, does this look centered? I think so. So now we can group this one, and then this one is done. thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I have been having a lot of fun, like I said, with the laser, and I think one thing that does help me personally, at least with the Glowforge, is that because I come from a graphic design background, it just makes it easier for me to make designs to cut and sell on the laser and on Etsy. So like I'm mostly making these files. It started off I made it for my mom for Mother's Day, but I'm also mostly making the files so that I can sell them on Etsy. So that's the plan. Glowforge files are actually surprisingly a really good seller on Etsy. I think there's just a lot of people. I think it has to do with Glowforge's marketing. There's just a lot of people who buy the machine but don't necessarily have they don't have like the correct design background for it. Like I think they jump in just a little bit too early. You know, they buy the laser and then it's suddenly like oh, you know, where can I find all these files? And like, what are your best sellers? I was like, if people are going to tell everybody their best seller, then it's not going to be the best seller for all people. And I think a lot of that too has to do with your area and whatnot. But yeah, so I'm just trying to work on some designs to put out there. But yeah. But yeah, so that's the plan. I'm trying to think if there's any other like grandmother or mother names I want to add to this before I call this one complete. Because we've got Jima, which is grandma. We got mom, Oma, Nana, grandmother, mother, abuela. I don't know if I'm like missing a popular one or not, you know? I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh well, let's add some instructions. Does not need to be that big. All right. Red. Cut lines. Black. Engrave. And that is not enough spacing there. Oh yeah, no, Nima or Mima? I don't know. I wonder if, is that like a popular one? I just thought that was him being funny on the show. But I think Mima, I want to say. I don't know, I guess I can add that to this if we think that might be an issue. Actually, what do I want to do? I think I want to keep this as a text file, that way you can just delete it. Oh well, we'll keep this like it is for now. Oh, Mima. Okay. Alright, so let's save this as a PDF, and then I'm going to bring it into the Glowforge software to see how it imports. What do I want to do? Well, Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can bring this up in OBS. I don't know if I can do a web page or not. I think I can. Okay. I don't know if you can see it or not. Oh, it wants my credentials. But why? Okay, so that's not gonna work like I thought it would. So I'll just quickly import this and see if there's anything weird with the file. Can you just select this and then delete it? You can. Okay. So we are good on the file. But, so I think once this print is done on the printer, I think I will end the stream there. But yeah, I'm not sure how much it has left. But, I mean, so this file is ready to go for Etsy, so that's good. So it's ready to go. So let's see. Let's get rid of Illustrator. And then we can make the print screen a lot bigger. There we go. So I buy my 1/8" plywood from a local lumber store for wood for the Glowforge. But for MDF, I buy it off of Etsy. There's a lot of good stores on there. And then for acrylic, I buy it off of, I found the supplier through Facebook. I think they're called Cerulean Tides Acrylic. But they're in a lot of the Glowforge groups. I would suggest if you're looking to get a Glowforge soon, to join a couple of the Facebook Glowforge groups, like there's Glowforge World, Glowforge Users Group, I think is what it's called. And they have like lists of different suppliers. And so I kind of just did some research on a couple of them on there. And then I chose from that list like where to get my acrylic and where to get my MDF from. But any wood that I use on the Glowforge, I get it locally because it's cheaper that way. Because like I can get a 5x5 1/8" sheet of maple plywood for $11. But if I were to buy a pack of like 20 sheets already cut for the laser, it's like $50. And when I buy the 5x5 sheet, I get 18. Once I cut it down, I get 18 correct sizes for the laser. So I save like $40 by doing it that way. But yeah, man, I'm really liking this filament a lot. I'm loving it. That's for sure. But I think it looks like that print, I'm pretty sure is almost done. So just wait it out. But yeah, I do know too, there's also like some wholesale blank laser groups on Facebook. There's a few out there where, like, someone probably bought like 1,000 metal cards from China, and then they'll resell them for cheaper than Amazon but more expensive than China. So just you kind of got to look around. So like I know people were selling like a metal flask that way, or they're selling keychain blanks that way. Like if I do anything like that, like I've been making a bunch of custom watch bands on the laser, and people in America will sell the watch bands for about $5 a band. But if I order directly from China, it's roughly $1 to $1.50 per band. So like it's kind of like, do you want to buy the watch band at that cheaper price point, but then wait like a month to get it? Or do you want to pay the $5 and have someone in America ship it to you within just a few days? So like you could do it in that way too, if you're in like, a time crunch, or you just don't want to deal with the manufacturers in China. So you can do that. But yeah, I mean, for me, it hasn't been too urgent to where I needed to buy them from America. And I think if I did switch to buying it from the people who sell them in America, I would raise the price of the product itself. Because right now I sell a custom watch band for like $25. But yeah, so you got some options there. I don't know, do you have anything specific you want to make with the laser, or you just kind of want to do like a little bit of everything? Because I feel like I kind of do a little bit of everything with the laser. Like I actually just ordered a bunch of the LED light bases from China, and they'll come like next month. That way I can make the acrylic night lights. Those are a lot of fun to make. I enjoy making those a lot. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, kind of at the beginning, figure out what you want to make. The things I sell the most of on Etsy in regards to the Glowforge is obviously one, digital files, but actually wooden earrings, like wooden jewelry is pretty popular on Etsy. So I sell a lot of that. Let me open up my Etsy real quick so I can give you a better rundown. But yeah, keychains are a very big seller. Yeah, so decals are pretty addicting to make and sell too, though. Like when I got my Cricut machine, I was like making everybody a decal. Those are a lot of fun to do as well. I know other people have had a lot of good luck selling wooden signs on Etsy. I haven't really dived into that just because that's more work than I currently want to put in per order, I guess, if that makes sense. But yeah, so yeah, keychains are good to sell, earrings are good to sell. But I also sell like a lot locally too, because a lot of my friends and family follow me on Instagram and Facebook or whatever, and so typically I'll just post something and be like, hey, I just made this, and then I might have 3 or 4 people being like, hey, can I buy one? So I do kind of have a lot of like I guess like unofficial sales that way. Oh, dude, send me a link to that. I want to see it. I really liked her character on the show, so I'm really bummed that it's not going to be on The Mandalorian anymore. I thought she was a cool character for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm curious if what they're gonna do with her character on the show. If they're gonna kill her off, or if they're just gonna write her off, or what they're gonna do. So I don't know. Actually, like right before all that controversy hit, I had just printed out all the parts to make her blaster from the show. And I've just been very hesitant to like finish it and make a video on it, just because I don't want anyone to like, yell at me or try to say I'm taking sides in the matter or what. I'm like, I just like her prop gun and I like that character. But I don't think right now there's currently a way to like separate the character from the actress. So, because I just don't want to get into all the drama. You know what I'm saying? So now that I'm seeing this tool handle being printed, it looks really big. So I think I'm going to have to shorten it down a bit. But I think it's better that it's too big rather than too small. So there's that. So we'll see. But I think I like the shape of that handle. I think I can make it curve in a little bit more. I'm thinking that might be good. Have it just have like a little bit slightly more of a curve. I don't know. I think too the back of it might be too big. It's kind of hard to, like when you're designing it in Fusion, it's hard to really get like a accurate picture of what it's going to look like in the real world. Yeah, definitely with the decal, I think it's a very different thing. So I think what's probably going to end up happening is I'll probably just finish it and maybe just post a picture on Instagram. But I mean, I was printing it out for myself anyways. So we'll see. Whoa, dropping stuff left and right over here. But yeah, I totally agree with you. I agree with you on that. I do think that is stupid as well, especially considering like they've had like directors and I would say like male actors where they've done something controversial, then they got fired, but then they got rehired. So I don't know. It's hard, right? Because like I don't know if it's like because she's a female, so that adds to it. But she's kind of just taken it and like gone on a roll with it, you know? So she's not going down without a fight, that's for sure. That's for sure. And then two, I had wanted to buy her Funko Pop because I was trying to buy all the Mandalorian ones. And of course, now it's like banned. And if you want to buy it, it's like $500. So that's just annoying from a collector standpoint. I just got into collecting the Funko Pops. So those are a lot of fun. So Marcus, that is the Airy One Silk Copper. And actually trying to buy that was a trip in and of itself. So I don't know what's changed recently in California, but there's so much stuff on Amazon that I used to be able to order with no issues that now I can't order. It will say it can't ship. It won't ship to my address. So I went to their website to try to order it because I couldn't order it on Amazon. And then from there, they say to order it on Amazon. So then I found their company on Alibaba. And then, but you couldn't just click like, I want to buy 5 rolls on Alibaba. You had to like write them a message and say, I want to buy X amount of rolls, and then give them your zip code so that they can calculate your shipping for you. So I ended up, and then we went back and forth, and like I didn't hear from them for like 3 weeks. So I was like, I'm just not meant to try out this filament, even though the pictures look really awesome. So finally they wrote me back, and like they were like, oh, sorry, they had issues or whatever. So I bought 2 rolls of this copper silk PLA. So with the 2 rolls and with shipping, it was like $40, and it took like 2 weeks to come. So it was kind of like a crazy route to get the filament. The tool handle is for these sets of files that I bought from Harbor Freight. They don't come with a handle, and so I wanted a nice handle to put on them, but I want to have it be like a low poly handle, so I designed just the normal handle first to try to get the sizing correct, and then clearly it's too big, so I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board and figure that out. But yeah, so that's what the tool handle's for. And then depending on how it looks, maybe I'll post it up on Thingiverse. So we shall see. We shall see how it goes. But yeah, I really want the Cara Dune Funko Pop, but I don't think that's going to happen. Oh yeah, 3D printing. I love 3D printing for that specifically. You know that you need something, and then you can just design it real quick in Fusion and then or Tinkercad and then print one out. And I think it's really cool just for prototyping too, because like this cost maybe like 50 cents a filament here, and it's just a quick prototype. We can see how it fits and then go from there. But yeah, so I don't know, I just love 3D printing. I love lasers. Basically, I like all robotic machines that can make me money, pretty much. Yeah, because my Etsy really started taking off when I started 3D printing some tools for specific applications, and then I added some laser stuff, and then I started designing and selling 3D printed tools for the Glowforge specifically, and that's kind of brought my Etsy up to even another level. So, which I've been very lucky that over the last year my Etsy has grown to where it has been now, because I lost my job at the end of January. So it's definitely been a blessing that I had already kind of gotten my Etsy to a pretty decent point to where, I mean, I'm obviously not making quite as much money as I did at my old job, but I'm definitely making enough money that I'm not in a bad situation like a lot of other people who have lost their jobs throughout COVID. But all right, it looks like it's almost done. Just doing the top. Yeah, like looking at my hand right now and looking at the handle, it's too long. So 120 millimeters is definitely too long. But when I just dropped that. My bad if that was super loud. But when I was looking at this handle for this little screwdriver, I was like, oh, that's too little. So clearly I need a size between this and a size between the 120 millimeters, because the two are not getting along. So I think maybe if I just shorten it, I think it might be fine, because if I shorten the length of it, I don't think the back end will be quite as thick. But I might need to move that point a bit too. Oh, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that, dude. I appreciate that. But yeah. So anyways, back to The Mandalorian. I like that show a lot. I don't know about you guys. I also just started watching the Clone Wars, the TV series, because me and my dad decided that we were going to rewatch all the Star Wars movies like in chronological order. And then a lot of people suggested watching the Clone Wars TV series between episode 2 and 3, which we've just finished the first season of the Clone Wars. And can I say, there's so many questions that I had for episode 3 that have already been answered. So I'm really glad we're watching it, because it fills a lot of the questions that I had. So it's nice. Yeah, and then I'm like excited too for Boba Fett show to come out, and I absolutely cannot wait for the Obi-Wan show. Like, I think that's going to be cool. Especially, I think it will be cool for that show because I'm sure we're going to see like a different version of Darth Vader. So I'm excited for that. But I think too, like, I'm curious, back to the Cara Dune thing, I'm curious what they're going to do with her character, because I think she was supposed to, well, her and her character were supposed to star in one of the other Star Wars shows coming out, I think. So I wonder if they'll just rewrite that plot, or if they're going to bring that character back with a different actress, or what's going on. I don't know. I don't know. One thing I do like about this 3D printer as well, it's nice and quiet. So, like, my Ender 3 was like the noisiest thing ever. And then I had it in my bedroom for a long time. So trying to sleep when you have like an overnight print going was so annoying. But this one, I could see this one being in my room and like not having any issues with sleeping with it there. I'm not sure how loud it sounds to the camera, but I don't know, for me it's really quiet. Yeah, the cooling fan is like, let me play you the song of my people for sure. Oh no! Ugh. I was just about to comment on how I'm surprised that it didn't fall over. Alright. Well, that's a bummer. So close. It looks like we got to 80%. But here's what we're looking at. So I mean, the print looks pretty good, other than the fact that it obviously failed. We kind of have some drooping right there. Not sure what happened. But yeah. Alright, see ya, dude. Okay, so Yeah, so this is definitely too big for my hand. So I have to go back in. Have to go back in and change that. So what size is this at currently? So I think if I keep it at 100 millimeters, I think we'll be good. Yeah, I think 100 millimeters will be fine. Oh. And then let's see about this opening in the middle here. How that is for the tool to slip into. And I think it's going to be too small. Yeah, so that's too small, especially trying to get in some glue in there. But, well, considering that print failed, I think this is an excellent place to stop for the day. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate it a lot. It's been a lot of fun. But I will definitely go back and reevaluate the design of this, and I'll update you all. But again, thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.